what does this event mean to you as, essentially parang first season nyo in charge of the whole UP athletics program, seeing all those athletes up above, what does that mean to you?
Yeah, that's right. I'm actually really excited kasi una nga, I don't know what to expect. And we just did this for 3 reasons. Number one, to celebrate the first semester sports, and second is to cheer our second semester sports kasi umabot kami sa second rank sa general championship, no? So baka may chance pa. And then thirdly, which is the most important one also, is itong launching ng season 87 hosting ng UP. Just to rally the support of everyone, and kasi once in 8 years lang so kailangan ng tulong ng lahat.
Which, speaking of yung making it to the second rank ng general championship, for the longest time it's been UST. How optimistic are you na maybe not this year but sometime in the future you'll get there?
Oo, pinag-uusapan namin yan sa Board of Managing Directors, no? So very consistent talaga si UST in terms of yung all other sports. Pare-pareho lang naman kasi ng points yan ang 15 ng champions. So all across programs si UST matibay talaga, no? We're trying to find a way how we can compete with that by not just focusing on a number of sports, but to help and assist the other sports that are going to help contribute for that general championship.
Coach, with that kasi what you're doing is kind of putting a spotlight on the sports that don't normally get yung kind of media attention, maybe even student attention. How will that help not just UP but maybe even Philippine sports in general?
Totoo yan. Yeah, no. But it also works in reverse sa experience ko ngayon because syempre nakakakuha ng suporta ay yung mga masikat na sports, no? Basketball, volleyball, even football, na pwede nating i-channel. Ang ginagawa na pwede natin i-channel yung kanilang mga suporta dito sa mga least known na mga sports, no? Kasi nangangailangan din sila ng suporta in terms of yung living allowances nila and all of that, ng support talaga in training. So mas malaki siya, katulad ng halimbawa ng hindi masyado na co-covering swimming, but it's an Olympic sport, the track and field, diba? Mga badminton, na lahat yan may tsansa yung Pilipinas na mag-compete in the Olympics. So yan yung nagiging thrust ng supposedly in a very minimal way ng UP para also maging contributor sa bansa natin, no? Kung sakaling hanap tayo ng mga magagaling na mga table tennis players, mga taekwondo, judo players. Yeah.
Actually, Coach, nakita na natin siya sa first semester sports kasi yung women's basketball traditionally has not been parang kind of in the background but UP made it to the Final Four.
Correct.
Yun po ba yung parang template that you want to see sa other sports din?
Yeah, oo. Ang idea kasi doon is just to keep on trying, and then siguro kunin namin yung template at saka yung naging example, ang business model ng basketball team, no, na tuloy-tuloy lang, kailangan wag kang tumigil, wag kang ma-discourage. So itong women's basketball ngayon nagkaroon sila ng recruit kasi alam mo naman yan, Camille, ang lifeblood and bloodline ng isang sports program is recruitment, no? And kung magiging masipag ka para makakuha ng mga magagaling na players, magkakaroon ka ng tsansa.
Coach, talking about recruitment, segueing lang, and know that you recently lost a pretty high profile recruit. Can you tell us the backstory of how yung decommitment ni Jared Bahay? Kasi it was a pretty big get for UP when he said that he was going to the Fighting Maroons.
Well, in hindsight, totoo naman yun that we really agreed together in the last 2 years, no? Yung suporta namin sa kanya, even when he plays here, and we really thought that he's going to be a very big part of our program, no? Kung hindi siya magaling, hindi namin siya kukunin 2 years before he graduated, no? But for me and even my management group, kami naman nakakaintindi na syempre pwede namang magbago yung pag-iisip ng isang student athlete, no? And he made his choice sadly for us and also good for Ateneo na maglalaro siya. Ako naman, on a personal note, I just want to see him succeed as a basketball player. Alam natin kung saan siya nagsimula. Tsaka nagiging hope ng Pinoy pag merong maliit na magaling no? Pag nakikita nila na kaya ng isang 5'9", 5'10" na hindi lang 6'7" ang kailangan, nagiging inspiration, no? And that's what we want for Jared to be in our youth, no? So important, it doesn't matter whether he plays for Ateneo or even wherever, no? So now we're just happy for him, no? We moved on already. We changed our plans on how we need to recruit from some in his position.
Coach, what does that mean specifically na you change your plans? Kasi it was kind of, hindi naman sa unheard of, pero relatively medyo kakaiba siya na you were getting a kid 2 years before he would be eligible. Does that kind of mean na UP will shy away or will not do that anymore, na yung medyo maaga yung pagkuha niyo sa player?
Pwede maging lesson, no? Pwede siyang maging lesson sa amin na hindi pa yan sure way of collaring a blue chip player, kasi pwede pa siyang magbago ng isip, no? It reminded me of when I coached Ateneo, it reminded me of who's the point guard of LaSalle from Bacolod. Kib Montalvo, na before I came to Ateneo, for siguro mga 3 years na nandun siya, nagpa-practice. And then when I came over, sabi niya, coach, ito na yung point. And then syempre Kib, they decided to go to LaSalle, no? So yun yung reminder ko na hindi naman talaga siya assurance, no, na nandyan siya sa'yo, mauuwi siya sa'yo. What really matters is kung kanino sila mag-enroll, no? And Kib had a great what we call this career with LaSalle, no? So in hindsight, he should made a great decision.
Pero coach, for you and maybe for UP's management, how disappointing was that? Kasi it was a big deal. It was it was news that Jared is going to UP. How disappointing was it?
Well, it was disappointing nung talagang nag-decide na kami na wag na natin i-pursue because maaalanganin tayo you know. So it was also our decision na wag nang i-pursue yung usapan na yan because we will just be put in a quandary na parang makukuha ba natin o hindi natin makukuha. We need to decide on who's going to be ang kagandahan kasi ng situation ng UP. We still have JD for 1 more year, no? And we still have Janjan Felicilda. So okay pa kami dun, hindi kami parang pressure to really get somebody, no? So yun ang mas naging magandang situation for UP, na hindi siya forced to, no? So hindi siya ngayon we were able to get some other players to fill in that spot.
Speaking of other players, that would be Ray Remoga.
Yes, well, in fairness, we did not lure him away from UE, no. Kasi if you go back again to the story, we already had Jared, no. So wala siya sa picture, you know. And then nung nawala si Jared, we were looking for somebody to acquire, you know. His name came out because he said he's really going somewhere. He's going to go out from UE. Then we talked to him and his family if he's going to be, but he already said and he decided that he's going to go out of UE first. That's why.
Coach, kasi I know you coach Ateneo before you went to UP. Concerned ba yun sa inyo na players are making these kinds of moves?
Yeah. That's why we talked about it in the board of managing directors, that we need to find a way how we can control this.
Okay.
You know, me as part of the board of the managing directors, I don't only look at kung nandun ako sa meeting, I don't only look at the situation of UP. I have to look at the situation of the whole UAAP, and that's in the mind of the board of managing directors and the board of trustees, how to make the playing field fair and yung tama, kasi we're looking at in the long run, how is it going to affect yung future ng UAAP? You know, so yun ang pinag-uusapan namin. And then we're looking for ways on how that's not going to happen again, maybe in the near future.
Kasi coach, hindi lang siya from school to school, from league to league nga yung
Yes.
So this is something that the board is well aware of.
And we're looking for solutions for that, no? And tinitingnan naman namin kung ano yung makakabuti para sa buong UAAP, no?
Ito coach, what kind of from your perspective, maybe not even speaking from UP's point of view, no, but yun nga from UAP's point of view, anong nakikita niyong pwedeng solution? Kasi it's a multifaceted problem.
Well, it has really to be policed, no, in terms of ano ba yung ang example mo diyan kasi is the NCAA,
Yeah.
no. Wala ka namang ibang pwedeng pagkunan ng example diyan. Ano ba ang pwedeng gawin natin na if we have, let's say, a rule, a guideline na paano natin mapapasunod, at pag may hindi sumunod, ano ang mangyayari?
Yeah.
No, ano ang mangyayari? So yun yung following the rules at kung ano yung mga possible na consequence and how are we going to execute that would be key in getting those guidelines to work. I think that lahat naman naiintindihan na ganun dapat.
Coach, I know that next year kasi next season UP will be the host. Do you think these kinds of changes will be implemented in time for your hosting, or is this not parang medyo long term itong pag-solve nitong problema na to?
Well, it's long term, and also it really depends on both boards, no?
Yeah.
Board of Managing Directors and Board of Trustees. These are people with vision, people who cares for the future of our sports. Nakikita nila lahat yan. If they decide right away that we will implement something this coming season and everybody agrees, wala namang makakapigil, you know. That's one good thing about the UAAP, the one collegial entity na iniisip palagi kung what's good for the league.
Coach, last na lang, hosting. First time na mag-host ng UP na ikaw yung punong abala, kumbaga. Ano po ang nakikita nyo na maibibigay ng UP sa season 87?
Well, ang kagandahan kasi nitong mga pagbabago in the last few years is meron na tayong parang permanent secretariat.
Yes.
Before kasi, bawat team, bahala ka, kuha mo ng tao, bahala ka. Now, we already have a very able executive director. We have a very able secretariat na tutulong sa'yo, na nagkakaroon ng institutional memory.
Yes.
No? Na ito ginagawa namin to. Ako naman gagawin mo lang yun, taga-oo ka lang, taga-suggest ka lang, di ba? But syempre, when it comes to decision making in terms of yung mga opening, yung mga closing ceremonies, si UP na ang bahala doon.
Thank you very much, Coach.
Okay.